To make the sound, to summon the stream.
Welcome to our family.
Oh.
You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power.
That doesn't sound good.
With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels.
Well, that doesn't seem smart.
In the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Oh, damn. That doesn't sound good. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Quill Quickcard, and welcome to Darkest Dungeon. This is going to be my first time ever playing this game. I have watched some other people play some of it, so I have a general idea of how the game is built. But it's something that's been on my list for a long time. Campaign. I do not see my cursor here. Whoop, come on. Why do I not see my cursor there? I shouldn't have my cursor hidden. No? Okay. When I tab out, my cursor shows up. But when I go in, it doesn't. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, like, guess where it is. This was the, oh god. This was what I was just using for the sake of just testing. So, I don't really care for Butcher's Circus. I don't know what stuff I want to have. Like, let's... Oh my god, where is my cursor? Okay, come on. Okay. Oh boy. This is not going to be viable. Hold on. Oh my god, yeah, we need to relaunch the game so I can actually have my cursor active. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully this works. I imagine it disappeared when I tabbed out. Okay, I still can't see my cursor on my main monitor. Oh, that's weird. Okay, it shows up in the recording, but I can't see it. Alright, well that's going to be a problem. So, Crimson Court increases the compression. Okay, so I don't want Crimson Court. Oh, wait, that's not Crimson. Okay, now, I'm gonna have to fiddle with my options here. Like, what the hell is your problem? What is going on with you? Okay. Let's go with... Whoops. 1920 by 1080. Okay. Save. Exit. Return. Okay. Let's try relaunching it again. I really need my mouse in order to play this. Okay. Is this going to work better? Okay, I see my cursor. That's good. Except now it's a fair bit smaller. Okay. If I go full screen... Okay. If I go full screen again, will it work? Will I be able to see my cursor? No. Okay. So I'm going to have to actually just play this windowed, and there's really nothing I can do about that. Alright, fair enough. I'll just move it to the second monitor. There we go. Increase the scale on the second monitor. There we go. Okay, now I can actually see my cursor. Okay, so we know I'm not taking Crimson Court. Select campaign. We're just gonna go with normal. That should be fine. And call it Quill. Let's move in. Let the game begin.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside.
Okay.
Leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors.
Ooh. That doesn't sound good.
So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Okay. Let's move on to the old road. With the stagecoach destroyed and the caretaker gone, you will have to make the journey to the hamlet on foot. Okay. Map navigation. You are currently in a room. My god, it's like it knows me. To move forth, click on another room on the map display. This will take you to the connecting hallway. Okay. So I've got Renaud the Crusader and Dismas the Highwayman. Okay. Let's head to this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
While in a hallway, press D to move forward and A to move back. If you prefer to move with the mouse, you can click ahead or behind of the party to move them.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message.
Uh-oh.
The rightful owner has returned.
Kill the enemy.
Is no longer
Combat
welcome.
is turn-based. On your hero's turn, click a skill icon and then click on a highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot, or there are no valid targets. Mouse over the skill to see the requirements. Okay, so all my highwaymen can do is open a vein, 95 base accuracy, damage modifier minus 15%, bleed, 100% base chance of applying bleed, 2 points per round for 3 rounds, and debuffs the target minus 20% bleed resist with a 100% base to be applied, and minus 1 speed with a 100% base to be apply. Okay. So we've got our basic skills. We have our health stat. Believe this is the stress stat. Calling dibs on being the first gesture. Okay, but this... My chat window has been acting up, and I do not understand why. There. For the sake of today, we're just going to have the chat window here without a border until I can figure out how the hell to fix it. Alright, Eggy, you get dibs on being the first jester. That is locked in. So we've got accuracy, crit chance, damage, dodge chance, protection points, speed, and equipment stats, and we've also got move commands. Got it. Alright, and enemy stats. We can see their HP, their type is human, protection percent, dodge, speed, the hero to hit. So I have a 93% chance to hit, a 5% chance to crit, 4 to 8 damage if I attack. We have a list of their resistances and skills. Okay, that's a lot of information, but quite frankly, this is the sort of stuff that I'm good at reading and keeping track of. Okay, you are bleeded. These are XCOM numbers. I understand what you mean. Okay, so my Crusader. Smite, 85% accuracy plus 15% damage against Unholy. Melee. Zealous Accusation, ranged. Reduced damage and crit. Stunning Blow, melee, and can stun. And Bulwark of Faith. Interesting. Let's actually move you forward. So, from further back... Oh! Okay, so the little icons indicate what positions you can use these skills from. Interesting. So I can use a Grape Shot Blast. Debuff the target, increase their rate of being hit by crits. Got it.
Formation is broken. Maintain the
Each item, if you take it, will occupy space in your inventory. Mouse over items to show details about them. This works in your inventory too, okay? So, gold. We'll take it. We also have some food, and currently there's a Radiant Light, which provides significant bonuses to dodging, scouting, and surprising monsters. Got it! Stunning Blow is as good as it sounds, but obviously debuffs have proc rates as well. Yeah. Interactive objects. Curios. While exploring, you will often find interactive objects. Click or press W to investigate them. Take a look at this tent. Okay. Someone's camped here recently. Let's look inside. Someone left their valuables.
Leave nothing unchecked.
We've got
There
onyx
is much
and
to be
a
found in
citrine.
forgotten places.
Alright, let's keep going. Okay, so now it's a little darker, so we're less good with dodge and scouting, less good surprising monsters, but monsters get more crits, and we have an increase of stress.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion.
Okay.
All may hear of your arrival.
So there's a Fusilier, 12 HP, and the Bloodletter's got a lot more HP. Interesting. Tracking Shot bypasses stealth. Seems to increase myself. There's Pistol Shot, which does extra damage against marked, which I don't have. So, at this point, we're probably just best shooting. And Renaud. They're not undead. So, honestly, a stunning blow? Of course it missed. Okay. Alright, dude's been pushed back. Okay. Highwayman. Not the best position. Alright, let's try the stunning blow again. There we go. Okay. We've got a stun applied. Well, that was useful. Great shot! Bam! Blanket fire. Rain of Whips. Interesting. We got a little bit of stress. Oh, also you're bleeding. Well, that's concerning. Alright, in that case, let's mark... No, we can't use that. Let's try and get someone down. Okay, we can't. Alright, fair enough. Highwayman, let's go for the great shot. Blam! Please stop hurting me. This is very rude. Mark target. This would put Mark on you? I don't know necessarily why I would want to do that. Highwaymen, do your thing.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
Alright, we found crests, bleedstone, food, and citrine. After you've completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town at any time. Just click the crest. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit. Okay. Cool. Okay. I would actually like this treasure traps. Something doesn't look quite right with this one. We're finishing anyway. Dang. Well, we did our best. By the way, anybody watching, how's the audio? Does it sound right? Does it sound okay? Reynold has minus 10% disease resist because they're sickly. And Dismas has minus 10% blight resist because they're thin-blooded. Great. Okay. So I've got an anemic highwayman.
Welcome home, such as it is. This
Okay.
squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Alright. Interesting. So our goals are to go into the ruins, defeat the apprentice necromancer, defeat the sonorous prophet. Alright, oh my god, that's a lot of goals. Okay. Fair enough. Get help where you may. On any screen at any time, press and hold H to see contextual help for controls in that mode. Try it while in town, exploring, fighting, camping, and more. Okay. So, Stagecoach. Stagecoach, recruit new heroes. Blacksmith, upgrade weapons and armor. Guild, upgrade combat skills. Survivalist, upgrade camping skills. Tavern for stress relief. Abbey for stress relief. Sanitarium to treat quirks and diseases. Nomad's Weapon to purchase rare items. Several of those are not available at this point. Is Dismas still blighted? If they are, I don't see it. Dismas is also not allowed to gamble. They have plus 15% stun resist, fast reflexes. Reynold is a warrior of light. They will only pray for stress relief. They are prone to stealing items, and they are sickly. Alright, who's in chat? Does anybody want to be our crusader or our highwayman?
Women and men soldiers and outlaws.
You'll need to recruit all of these heroes to fill out a party of 4. Okay.
All will find their way to us now that the road
Cool.
is clear.
So we've got also a Plague Doctor
What better
and
laboratory than the
a
blood-soaked
Seeker
battlefield?
Vestal. Upgrade the Stagecoach Network. While you're here, spend some of your starting heirlooms on upgrading the Stagecoach Network. This will increase the number of heroes available here in the future. To upgrade, click the plus symbol on the left and then click to upgrade. Okay. So I've got several things. We've got busts, portraits, deeds, crests, and shards. Okay.
More alive, foolishly seeking fortune and glory.
Reynald
In
and
this
Dismas are
domain
kind of the closest
of the
thing this
damned.
game has to canon characters, honestly. They have fixed traits and stuff. Alright.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud
All right.
and rain.
Ancestors' Memoirs.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Okay. Oh, these are the scenes. Okay, this is a collection of story scenes that we've seen. Got it. Okay. There isn't much more you can do for town for now. I will decide
Gifts
that.
and charms.
Okay,
Gathered
yeah,
from
this
all
might
the
be a
forgotten corners of
little
the
out of
earth.
my price range. And the
Most
graveyard
up here,
is for
covered in the
everybody who
poisoned earth,
is dead.
Awaiting
Okay.
merciful oblivion.
Yeah, it is time to embark then.
A mecca of
This is
madness
where you select a
and
quest and
morbidity.
form an adventuring party of 4
Your work
heroes
begins.
to embark on it. Click on quests to see their details. Drag heroes into the slots at the bottom of the screen to form your party in default party order. Okay. So, obviously, we're going to want all these people. We're going to start in the Warrens. Let's familiarize ourselves with this. This dude here, whose name is way too long. So we are going to rename them SCP-049. That should be much more accurate. Plus 5% crit on melee skills. Minus 5 accuracy. They tend to be nervous. Okay. Noxious Blast, which blights. Plague Grenade, which blights. Okay, we can get a buff to speed and damage. And Disorienting Blast, which clears corpses. Okay, interesting. And you, Seeker Vestal. Unfortunately, the Plague Doctor in this game, unlike 049, I dare you to come up with a reason why 049 could not be female. It's not even human. Trying to apply a concept of gender might just be a fool's errand. So... you are going to be my healer. Congratulations, you are White Mage now. You've got Judgment that heals you. You've got a few healing abilities. Okay. The Crusader. Obviously, we want to name him after one of the greatest Crusaders of all time. We can't fit the full name, but this is going to be Pelinal Whitestrake. So, you know, we're probably going to be fine. As long as he doesn't go into a berserk state. And if he does, he will destroy an area the size of a small country and everything that lives in it. But I'm sure we'll be fine. And then this is going to be my self-insert character. I am Quill, the apprentice highwayman. And just to add some extra intrigue to this, if Quill dies, the stream ends. He'll aim for elves. Oh, please. If you know your Pelinal, you know we will be lucky if he only aims for elves. And yes, this is going to be an ongoing thing. I don't know how much of Darkest Dungeon I'm going to play on this channel. I don't know how long I'm going to do it. But what I do know is that I now have a character in here. If Quill ever dies, my series of Darkest Dungeon will end. I will not act suicidally stupid with Quill, but I'm also not going to constantly hide Quill where they can't get hurt. But I am going to absolutely do my best to use them appropriately and efficiently, and that means not using them when it would be very stupid to use them. Alright.
The cost of preparedness.
Okay, provisions. You'll want to take different supplies depending on what region you're going to, how long the quest is, and your own preference, but always bring some food and torches. For your first short quest, try bringing at least 8 food and 4 torches. Okay. So we'll bring 1 more than is suggested. What are your other things? I mean, I might want a shovel. Why not? Anti-venom, couple bandages, 1 holy water, and we will call that an adventure. Yeah, I mean, if I'm really bad at this stream could end before I'm even out of this dungeon. Or if I'm just super unlucky. Alright, so our objective is to explore 90% of rooms. Let's go. So this is Radiant Light. This is an unburned torch.
Laden with loot.
Okay.
Often low on supplies.
Cool. Alright. Bone Rabbles. We got surprised. Everything has been... oh boy. We are in, like, the worst possible... We are in the worst possible positioning here. Get her out. Get her out of there. Plague Doctor, you're in a good position. Why don't you go ahead and buff our man? We are moving back. Ow. Okay, Pelinal White Strike. You need to start moving forward. Alright, I assume... Yeah, they have 200% bleed resist. So they're not going to bleed ever. Which makes sense, given that they are skeletons. That's fine, though. This has a chance to instantly kill. Just shy of an instant kill. Noxious Blast hits both. Or, no, it can hit either or. Judgment! Oh my god, White Mage, come on. Pelinal White Strike, I believe in you. Mostly because if I don't believe in you, you will probably murder me. And I would prefer not to be murdered.
Give them no quarter.
Corpses. When most monsters die, they leave corpses. Corpses act as temporary obstacles that will eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses to destroy them faster, but often a better approach is to use range skills, push-pull skills, and even corpse-clearing special skills that some heroes possess. Monsters killed with bleed, blight, or crits leave no corpse at all. Okay. Neat. Noxious Blast! God damn it, 049. Yeah, we could really use a heal. At least you don't suck at that. You fool! Alright, now we can go in. Smite!
Executed with impunity.
Now that is money. A stone... Yes, give me. A shovel! And some jade. Nice. So I have to explore 90% of all rooms. So I think no matter what happens, I end up having to backtrack here.
Even the cold.
Alright, let's get rid of the rubble. The light is fading. The current torch level greatly affects many mechanics in the game. The darker it gets, the harder things get, but the better rewards. Right-click on a torch from your inventory to boost the light back up. Okay, so right now it is shadowy. It's my first run. Let's not try pushing it too far. Oh, I didn't reorder. Damn. Yeah. Oh my god, 049. You are the worst SCP today. This guy, the cultist, can bleed. But let's go ahead and let Pelinal take point. Judgment! Raw! Ooh, good job, White Mage. You finally did something right. Pelinal. White Strike!
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Stressful incantation. Oh, damn, that is stressful. Oh, that's a hell of a hit. Great shot blast! Oh my god, we did terribly. Heal, please. Thank you, White Mage. Eldritch Pull. 049. Head back. God damn it, 049. What is your problem? Why do you suck? Okay. Noxious Blast!
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Pistol shot. Bam! That's how Quill does it. Good job, Quill. Alright, we found golden citrines. That's good.
Is a slow and insidious killer.
Alright. So now we just need to... Oh, no, we're back in the right order. Perfect. More torch. More torch. Yeah, we're not going to have any choice but to backtrack, because I assume getting 90% in this many rooms would mean having to visit all of them, depending on how it rounds. Loot. A skeleton key and gold. That sounds very promising. Alright, cultist brawlers and acolytes. Alright, that sounds good. This has a significantly higher chance of crit, but let's go ahead and great shot everybody first. So, a plague grenade. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, 049. Can you do anything right? Rend for the old gods. This is the worst SCP I've ever had to deal with. Yeah, go ahead and smite. Wow, you couldn't even kill an undead with a smite. Will you just... God damn it, he's already at 100 stress.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
Okay, so I'm over 100 stress on SCP-049. When heroes can't take stress anymore, they can become afflicted. This manifests in different behaviors and stat changes. Afflictions last until you send them to treatment in town, unless you can reduce their stress to 0 during the quest. Okay. So... you're afflicted with Selfish. Okay. An incredibly killable SCP is a very novel thing, I think. Yeah, I do know that 200 stress is lethal, so at least I'm not completely ignorant of that.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay. For the love of God, Plague Doctor. Okay, White Mage. There we go. SCP-049 is... okay, hero is bleeding. If you wish, you can use a bandage from your inventory while it is the injured hero's turn. Will that use up their turn? I don't know, but I need to find out. It does not use up their turn. Okay. That was extremely important to know.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Enemy down. And we got some holy water and a spare bandage.
Or is it merely
Heirloom chest with 2 busts, gold, and a healing armlet, leper only, plus 20% healing received. Okay. This is not going very well. Okay. Also, it is very dark. And I don't want it to be very dark. Where's inventory? Torches. God, Jesus!
Watch your step.
God. Stress continues to build beyond the point of affliction. If a hero's stress bar fills out a second time completely, their body will give out. Get them aid or retreat them back to town before that happens. Well, if anyone has to die today, at least it's only SCP-049. Wait, let's collect ourselves. How would I do that? Is there, like, camping? I know there's, like, a camping mechanic, but I haven't had any prompt about it. Oh my god, it is so dark. Screw it. I know I'm gonna have to backtrack. And I know from watching other people that backtracking is stressful, but we're just gonna have to take the risk.
Thirsting for blood.
Jesus, just... I needed so more than 4 or 5 torches. What the hell were these things talking about? 4 torches for your first quest. Hell no, you don't need 4 torches for your first quest. Oh dear God. Okay, okay.
Ringing ears, blurred vision.
Dear God, SCP-49. What is your problem? Oh my god, this is so brutal.
despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Oh my god, no one can do a goddamn thing. This is so absurd. Okay, no, get the hell back. Screw it, we gotta take these guys down. Okay, we need to heal the whole party. That was not a good heal. Damn it, White Mage. Okay, Paladin White Strike. I need you. Good.
A faint hope blossoms.
What? SCP? Okay, see, now that sounds like SCP-049. Good God, so many crits. What I was expecting from the AoE heal is that hopefully it would roll higher than the 1 that was its minimum. But I always knew that that was, you know, a risk. Okay. Can kill this guy. Heal Quill. If Quill goes down, the stream ends. And I don't quite want it to end right now. Alright, let's go for the stun. 85% chance to hit. Alright, that buys me an action. Open vein. Okay, heal the whole party.
The wounds of war.
God damn it, White Mage.
But never hit.
Okay, 4-9, can you... Oh, SCP-049 is not coming with me again. They are trash. Okay, a holy fountain. We're going to put in holy water. Which was good for a heal. We are going to use our last torch. And we're going to eat a bunch of food. Okay, we used up all the food. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, the White Mage is hopeless.
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
I mean, good god. I really don't think I have a choice. Move. Any treasures are mine.
Glittering gold, trinkets and balls.
What the crap, dude?
Or in blood.
Oh my god, you're an ass. Hunger. Yeah. I know we are hungry.
Such a little thing. A bite of bread.
Okay, quest complete. Get the hell out of there. Oh my god, that was so brutal. Oh, that was trash. Oh god. Alright, Quill, what have I got? Okay, I am now a Cove Explorer. SCP-049, I swear to God. You are afraid of beasts. Of course you are. And the White Mage is an unquiet mind. They can't meditate. Yeah, sure. Holy hell.
Banners fly,
a traveling circus has arrived on the outskirts of town, bringing with them all manner of crude sport.
Has come to town.
Enter the ring this week to relieve 10 stress from all heroes. Okay, so I completed a goal. Is it worth going to the Butcher's Circus? I'm going to assume that would be a catastrophe. We've got a man-at-arms, another seeker, and a shield breaker. Okay.
Fresh kegs,
It's PvP.
cards,
Oh, that
and
sounds
curtain
terrible.
rooms
No, I have
promise
no
solace
interest in
to the
in
weary and
PvP.
broken alike.
Heroes relieve stress by taking part in activities at the Tavern and Abbey. Each activity has different side effects. Experiment and find the best activity for each hero depending on their quirks. Committing a hero to an activity locks them in that activity until the next week. You'll have to take a different hero with you on your next quest. Okay. So, I think SCP-049 will definitely appreciate the pleasures of flesh. I think the White Mage needs a drink. And... okay, yeah. Pelinal will only pray. That's right. So we can head to the Abbey.
Have been dusted, the pews
Okay, the caretaker is currently enjoying whipping himself, which is kind of weird. And that does not leave many options. I mean, do I dare go in with a quill that is this dressed? Either that or I have to go and try my next thing with 3 people. No, Quill's at 90 stress. They're not going to make it. My first adventure was so stressful. I'm just gonna have to see what I can do with 3 people. The stagecoach is available. I already took out the 3 people that it had available. That's what's so crazy. Like, I've already done all I can with the stagecoach. So, I guess I have to go in with 3 people. A strange glow. The comet's impact. I assume that that's probably more DLC. Obviously, you need to go there. You are a protector. You're good in 2nd position. I mean, we are absolutely screwed. Wait, is he not selling any torches? No, not there, no, Warren's. 90% of rooms, 90% of rooms, 90% of rooms. Farmstead is defeat all enemies. It's marked as short. Maybe I can make it work. I guess I'll grab a couple bandages. Holy water and a shovel. Call it good. So we've got Blongi. We need a name for Bongdi. I am going to call you. Let's see, something for a cleric. You have Hagiomania. What is Hagiomania? Obsessed with sainthood. You are sickly. Obsessed with sainthood. That's an interesting one. I will name you Beatrice. You, Gueron, you are tone deaf. You are a cave phobe, and you are an early riser. I am going to name you Jim. And lastly, Caradus, the Shield Breaker. You are an ascetic, okay? You are a precise striker and a beast hater. So we are going to name you Other Jim. We have 2 Jims already. It's a little awkward.
Blight had struck the harvest again that year, and the miller was desperate. He came to me, hat clutched tightly in filthy fingers, stinking of sweat and manure. Seated comfortably in my observatory, surrounded by telescopes and other delicate apparatus, I recognized his misfortune as an opportunity, and I agreed to lend him my expertise.
Okay. Hopefully this really is a short quest, because I am so underpowered for it. Oh, boy. I don't know what this is. The farmstead's miasma. Okay. The central fixer in a carefully constructed barrier. Sure. Okay, so I am probably already about to die. So I've got a crush, bellow, retribution. Okay. That's an interesting one. Yeah, let's go with retribution. Okay, you've got slightly different skills. That was 1 damage, but it did stun, so that's okay. Okay, you threw seeds at her, which can blight. Expose, impale, which goes back 1, Adder's Kiss, back 1, pierce. Okay. Oh, God, that didn't kill. Ceaseless labor. Okay, good, good. There's the riposte. Screw it. Go for the crushing. Okay. Dazzling Light!
As the fiend falls,
Monster waves and respawning. Defeated foes will swiftly be replaced by waves of despicable reinforcements. The party must endure this onslaught without pose or host for respite. Because of the strange nature of Time's behavior, you can retreat with no penalty at any time. Oh, come the hell on. All farmstead quests have a kill meter, the measure of your might and ambition. Fill it by defeating monsters, and when your tally hits certain thresholds, you receive a reward of crystal shards. These rewards increase the further you venture. Back in the hamlet, the jeweler seeks these strange glowing shards. He will trade you for unspeakable artifacts of power. Find him in the nomad's wagon. Okay. So everything here is just about keeping this going until I retreat, which is fine. Pierce!
confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Seeds of Madness, what the hell? Okay, we have to take out corpses, like, really fast.
Executed with impunity.
Sure.
Fiend.
These are husk humans. Torch plus 5. Really? That's kind of cool. What the hell is that? Monsters with stealth have a shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area of effect attacks. Additionally, some hero skills, such as the Shield Breaker's Expose, can hit them while in stealth. These monsters have the additional benefit, or these skills have an additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. Okay. Well, how about a good crushing? God damn it, Jim. Yeah, I figured that this was DLC. But I also figured that I wasn't going to be accomplishing much with, you know, 3 heroes in my party. So I'm just gonna be here either way until I retreat. So it's fine. Okay, that seems like a good time to escape empty-handed.
Failure tests the metal of heart, brain, and body.
Cool. Alright, next week. How are my characters doing?
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties
Okay,
here
the
have
wall has been unlocked.
affected him.
Very nice. Trinket inventory. Ah, okay. It said to check activity log. Okay, so are they all still gone? Okay, so the survival mode doesn't count as having embarked, I guess? So my hope was to try and pass the week without, you know, immediately losing people, but no, apparently that's not the way this is going to work, and I will be forced to go in. Okay. Well, the Gravedigger awaits the underprepared. Wait, what the hell do you want me to do? Yeah, of course I want to go without a full contingent. Every person is not available. This quest involves camping, and camping requires firewood. Firewood is given automatically to you on appropriate quests. Camping gives heroes a chance to recuperate while in the dungeon. When you are wounded or stressed in which to camp, right-click on the firewood. Okay, fine. So you were a goddamn liar when you told me how many of those damn torches to take. So, screw you, man. You know what? Screw it. We're already wasted so much money. It's really unfortunate that apparently going to the farmstead did not actually advance the passage of time. And if I had known that, I would not have done it.
Once familiar. Now.
Hero panel. Right-click on the hero's image or portrait at any time. Yeah, I figured that out. Alright, let's go. So we have to explore 90% of rooms. I don't... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. So, if I just go this way and don't go here, I can still hit 90% just with all this. Not that we're going to, because we are absolutely going to be destroyed. Piercing time. Cool. Dazzling light. Good job, Beatrice.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Bellow gives -5 dodge and speed. Retribution is probably the best option. Let's go for crushing. Beatrice. Yeah, that move is useless. Just go for the heals. So, there's the Pierce. Adder's Kiss, Impale. I mean, Adder's Kiss is... Well, this is gonna take this guy down either.
The enemy crumbles.
Okay. Let's go for a crushing.
Back to the pit.
Beautiful. Piercing. And healing. Will you please stop shooting her?
Their formation is broken. Maintain.
There we go. Ooh. The crate is empty. Moving on. Sure, let's go here. Okay, maggots. And we are surprised. Okay. Head back. Grave Nibble. And my healer is stunned. That's great. Alright, let's move forward one.
Another
well done, Other Gem. Ow. Okay, that Grave Nibble is a problem. There we go.
Executed with impunity.
More Grave Nibbles. Move it!
Be gone, fiend.
Alright, we need heals. Alright, come on, Jim. Crush!
Another one falls.
Sweet.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Holds Urns of the Departed. And it has nothing inside but ashes. Okay. This is not going to be a fun fight.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Quarrel, gotcha. Okay, Beatrice has decided to be masochistic.
Find it in no short supply.
No! Not other Jim! God damn, that hurt like hell. Jim. We need your help. Tempting Goblet. Interesting. That is a lot of damn stress. Dude. Beatrice, you gotta calm down, girl. You gotta calm down. Alright, let's go for a crushing! Oh no. We gotta reduce their numbers.
Destroy them.
More goblets. Damn it. Go for the pierce!
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. We're not dead yet. Yeah, we need to get rid of the skeletons. Please stop throwing goblets at Beatrice. That is so damn rude. Alright, go for the crushing. Alright, cool.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Alright, let's go for our camp.
A moment of respite.
Camping consists of two parts, meal phase and skill phase. During the meal phase, you choose how much to eat, which determines recovery. Make sure you have enough food. Skill phase allows you to spend rest points on different hero skills used for recuperation. Okay. So, if we have 3 each, that's 10. And now skills. You can bless someone. Sure, we're gonna pray. Other Jim, what can you do? You can give a companion less stress. Well, maybe you just need a pep talk. Okay, rest time. Oh my god. Oh, come on.
Shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
So this is really bad. Okay, apparently Jim is abusive.
Frustration and fury.
Okay,
More destructive
that's
than
not
100
good.
cannons.
Okay. Okay, calm down there, Jim. Beatrice, we need you to get back. Retribution. Let's go for the riposte. We can pierce to advance by 1 and put Beatrice back in the back where she belongs. Also, it's pitch black, so that's great.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Okay, Beatrice is dying.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Why would you move forward? What is wrong with you, Beatrice? Go back! Move in! Okay, that's 1 down. Crush. If I survive this, I'm just retreating. Go for the pierce! God damn it, cultist.
More blood soaks the soil.
Well, Beatrice the Useless is dead from a heart attack. You know what? That is absolutely fine with me. She proved herself to be completely and utterly unworthy of this adventure. Can one of you please just hit this guy? Okay,
Remind
we're fine.
yourself that overconfidence is a slow
Yeah,
and
we are
insidious
done.
killer. You will endure this loss and learn from it.
At least at this stage, they're all mostly expendable. Well, the game basically put me in a situation where I had no practical way to do this quest with 4 people. Which is honestly pretty damn bullshit. So this was never going to go well. Other gem also now has a lazy eye.
She has paid dearly for her freedom.
Most normal Darkest Dungeon run. I've watched a couple other people play, like, the beginning of Darkest Dungeon. I have not seen anyone else have a start as rough as this was. A sandstorm of rumors and half-truths swirl around the newcomer. Okay, sure.
Shifting, swaying. She mesmerized.
SCP-049, engaged in pleasure of the flesh, recovered 65 stress, is no longer selfish. The White Mage had a night on the town and recovered 45 stress. Pelinal Whitestrike, the Crusader, prayed and recovered 55 stress. And Quill meditated and recovered 45 stress. So that's pretty good. Okay. So we've got a Plague Doctor, and a Plague Doctor, and an Antiquarian. What the hell can an Antiquarian do? Well, they've got imposter syndrome, so they are consumed by thoughts of inadequacy. Why did you sign up for this adventure? What is wrong with you? But on top of being consumed by thoughts of inadequacy, apparently it doesn't actually stress them out that much, which I guess explains why they came to the adventure. My god. Okay. Combat
Make
skills.
no mistakes. We will face ever greater threats.
So,
Our
if
soldiers
I want to
must be ready.
take Quill, we can unlock Wicked Slice, Point Blank Shot, Duelist's Advance, which is pretty damn good. Heroes can only have 4 combat skills mapped at a time. We could also upgrade, allow us to... I can afford both of these. Okay.
A strict regimen
Yeah,
is
that's fine.
paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
So, Quill, why don't we go ahead and upgrade your skills? So you move forward 1 and activate Riposte. Open Vein is also very good. Point Blank Shot gives a knockback. That's a very useful skill. So we definitely want Duelist's Advance. So let's take off Pistol Shot. That should be fine, so Quill can come on this run. And then the Blacksmith can upgrade weapons and armor. Sure. Will it
fan the flames,
increase the
load
furnace?
We are raising an army.
So we can't really do anything there. We do have a sanitarium, though. But we are very much running low on money. We really can't afford the stress relief. We're in a very bad position. So we're going to take Quill. We're going to take Pelital White Strike again. Hopefully it works out. White Mage is probably okay. Medley... You know, I kind of like this person. Like, they're an antiquarian, but they have imposter syndrome, but they're also not so heavily stressed. That is a very interesting character. So you are going to be... crap, what's the name? Anybody in chat want to be the antiquarian? Otherwise, I'm just going to name him after the Ice King. As soon as I can remember the Ice King's name. Simon! Yeah, if no one volunteers, they're just going to be Simon Petrikov. And you do better in the back. Okay. Actually, hold on. How do I... hold shift to sell trinkets. How do I equip the trinkets? Okay, like that. Pelinal White Strike. You can have this stone. Honestly, just screw that. Just sell them. I need the money. The money is more important. Tavern, Jim. Jim needs a lot of health, so we're gonna have Jim go to the brothel. Here's an extra coin. I wasn't here. Yeah, you were. And we're going to make the brothel extra effective.
Maybe they can be inured against the horrors below.
Alright. Yeah. Cleanse the entire map. Or explore 90%. This is short and complete 100% of room battles. That seems reasonably doable. We're just going to bring some food, a couple bandages, some anti-venom. Call that a day. Let's do it. Chillin' my boy Simon. He isn't that incompetent to be the heir to Quarian. I mean, I don't think so, but clearly he does.
Quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Okay, so here is the map. So we're gonna start by moving here. We found an empty crate. Maggots and spiders. Well, I know what this calls for. Duelist advance! Excellent. Simon. So you can mark a target, force guard by ally, give them extra dodge and protection. You can give someone +3 dodge. Or you can inflict people... we are going to buff up Pelinal Whitestrake.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
And Judgment!
Back to the pit.
Alright, Pelinal Whitestrake, I believe in you. Smite! Damn it, Pelinal Whitestrake. Well done with the riposte. Okay, and now... Oh, I didn't put on his other new skill. Whoops! Ah, screw it. Open a vein.
Another one falls.
Judgment!
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Alright, let's go. Oh! Okay, carrion eaters, swine choppers, swine wretches. Okay, and it immediately vomits on Simon. Of course you do. Of course you immediately vomit on Simon. +3 dodge. Okay, munching on Simon. Butcher cut. Ooh. Yeah, I noticed that the hero's blighted. We're just gonna take care of that. Go, Pelinal Whitestrake! Break them!
Eradicated.
And just drop a little bit of a heal on Simon Petrikov. Please do not vomit on my white mage. Scurvy? Really? Scurvy? Ball and chain on Simon. Okay, which pushes him back in stuns. Heal on the party. Okay, White Mage, you're still not being too impressive as a healer. Smite! Okay, more vomit on the White Mage. And lethargy, I guess. Festering Vapors. Which did absolutely nothing. Well done, Simon. Well done, White Mage. You are all proving yourselves to be just as competent as I thought you would be. Alright, let's open a vein. I can't. We gotta get rid of these corpses. Vomit on Pelinal. Wasting Sickness. which is minus 50% disease resist. The white mage has scurvy and lethargy. That's real great. They're doing a real good job there, white mage. All right, Quill, will you please just end this farce?
A faint hope blossoms.
Ooh, okay, that's some good stuff. Moving on. Okay, so there's a curio up ahead. What do we got? A pack.
Finding this stuff is only the first test.
With a
Now
journal
it must be
page.
carried home.
Day 7. We tangled with some unruly louts. Raven called them cultists. They were ferocious but clumsy. Moving on. Oh. God damn it, white mage!
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Okay. No, stop it. Go back to my inventory. Thank you. Alright, let's use our torches. You're gonna be alright, white mage. You're gonna be fine. Oh, actually, you can have a bandage. Okay, that looks like one hell of a battle. Okay, duelist advance. Let's get this guy close to death. You fool!
Decisive pummeling.
I hear the song of the sisterhood, the burning of women. I think that's really just like a you issue, if I'm being honest. Ooh, okay. Oh God. Oh God!
Clarified in a single strike.
What the hell? Everybody hates Simon. What is your problem? Oh my God, you guys.
Obliterated.
Holy crap. Okay, white mage, calm down. Seriously, just calm down. You're going to be okay, perhaps, probably, maybe. It's not out of the realm of possibility that you'll be okay. Let's back up around. Okay, Simon. Simon, you need to calm down. Simon, it's time for you to use your power. And smite! Okay, go for the heals. There we go. That's my boy, Simon. God damn it, leave the white mage alone. Okay. Apparently I have developed tetanus. Great. It's real great. It's just what I've always wanted. When I was a little kid, like, I was playing and, I would always tell people, Mother, when I grow up, I do so hope that I sound less British and that I can have tetanus. And then, that's when they took me to see the school psychologist because that sounded very concerning.
Great is the weapon that cuts.
That's all probably stuff that happened.
Therefore, formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
You are stressing everybody out, White Mage. Great shot. Nervous stab. Stabby stab! It's better off using judgment. No, of course, of course. Why did I assume that that would work? Well, I mean, I have seen from experience that White Mage sucks. Good work, Simon. Alright, let's heal. And open it up.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
Cool. Alright, we got some good stuff. Let's move on. So there's a trap, a curio. So if I know that there's a trap, scouted traps will be visible on the ground as you approach them. Select the hero and then click on the trap to attempt to disarm it. Some heroes are better than others at disarming. Okay, Quill successfully disarmed what appeared to be a hole in the ground. And let's eat some food. Stack of books. Oh no. Oh no, I read a scary book and it stressed me out. Dude, come on. You are named Pelinal. You are Pelinal Whitestrake. You are the Crusader. You have committed multiple genocides. You've killed so many of your allies. What could you possibly read in a book that would disquiet you? Oh. Oh. It was a copy of Frieren the Slayer. He came across a manga that had an elf as the main character. Okay. That's probably what happened. Honestly, yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Chapter 2! Pelinal, no! You have to resist it! You can't let yourself be drawn in by elvish propaganda. Okay, what is our situation? Swine choppers, slashers, slime wetches, and a madman. Okay. Interesting. Let's actually start with a grape shot. It's not the most effective action possible. If I'm lucky, this will kill the slasher. I was not lucky. Although Judgment should finish him off. Okay, alright, that's one dead before they ever get a chance to act. That's good. Alright, Pelinal Whitestrake. Ooh! Oh, that's a damn good crit. That is a crit that matters. You fool! Compared to reading vile passages about elves being good people, your vomit is nothing to Pelinal compared to the disgustingness of that. Oh. Oh, okay, you just have... Ooh, alright. Alright, Pelinal is paranoid. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh no.
Whisper of conspiracy.
Pelinal Whitestrake is having a bad time. He's gonna be okay. On the other hand, though, an irrational Crusader is a horrifying prospect. Oh my god. Both of the living targets dodged. Judgment. Okay, that's pretty good. Pelinal Smite! God damn it, Pelinal! You are not living up to your namesake! Then again, if you were living up to your namesake, this would already be over, and there would be no estate. There would just be a smoldering ruin. Oh, okay, Simon is paranoid. Yeah, that fits.
Wherefore, heroism.
And Quill, my resolve. But I am courageous! I am the main character! Sometimes heroes respond to the onslaught of stress by becoming virtuous. This elevated state of performance will last until they suffer a large amount of stress or return to hometown, and confers stat bonuses and other benefits. Yes! I am the main character! I knew it! Great! Hemophilia! Alright, Simon. Simon, do your best! That's my boy, Simon! Oh, I'm so damn proud of you. Quill? Open a vein. Damn it! No, Quill! You're supposed to succeed! You're the main character! Judgment! Please stop stressing me out! Come on, Simon. Come on, Simon. That's a good hit, Simon! Quill! Yes, that's my man! Alright, we got it.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious
Alright,
killer.
we are going to put in a key, which unlocks a hidden compartment, which has got some good stuff. So, we still have not completed 100% of battles, which means that there's a battle here. Alright. We are going to attempt it. We can do this. More torture! God damn it, Pelinal.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Oh, Pelinal bandage. Okay. Okay. I mean... more torches, why not?
Packs laden with loot are often long.
Alright, so there's gonna be a fight here. How bad is it? That's pretty bad, but we did get a surprise on them. This time, once again, we're going to start with the grape shot. So the real threat here is the Madman. So let's try to blight him. Pelinal's not having a good time. Pelinal, it's time for the Bulwark of Faith.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is
Okay.
made clear.
Why? God damn it, White Mage! I need that Madman down. I need him dead. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, just some nice friendly vomit. We're having a real bad time. Okay. More festering vapors. More vomit. I might be able to survive this. We gotta go for the grape shot. Yes! Okay! Madman down. Yes, Pelinal, I know that you bleed. I don't have anything to do about that. You are in very bad condition. We can take another one down, though. And we can still heal you. You're not down yet. You are Pelinal Whitestrake, the Divine Crusader, the bane of the elves, and literally any other person who gets in your way when you're having a bad day. I believe in you. Okay. Let's give more dodge to Pelinal. Okay. That didn't have the effect I wanted. Yes, I know you need a bandage. I don't have a bandage. Damn it, Pelinal! Okay. More grape shot. That's it, Pelinal. That's it. Take him down! Alright, we're doing good, we're doing good. I can live this. And now, you shall bleed. Pelinal, finish him.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Alright. We lived. Quill is still the main character. Quill is still alive.
Ending them.
And we got a crap load of monies. We got quite a lot of stuff, actually. Alright, so Quill is now bloodthirsty. We are fascinated with injury, wounds, and torture. Great! And the White Mage is now God-fearing. Will only pray for stress reliefs, but you're also a weapon tinkerer.
A family name once so well regarded.
Over time, some negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Severe negative quirks cost much more to remove in the sanitarium. Okay. So we did succeed. Jim engaged in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 81 stress and is no longer Oh god, I forgot Jim is abusive. Oh, I should not have sent him to the brothel. That's very inappropriate of me. I actually feel bad for that one. We have an abomination.
Tortured and
We can just take all of these
This man
guys.
is more dangerous than he seems.
Okay. We've got a lot of money again. That's really good. The Nomad Wagon doesn't really have anything I'd consider worth the expense. Upgrading skills is honestly pretty surprisingly cheap. The one that I really wanted was the point-blank shot. And I wanted that besides tracking shot. So they can just sort of dance back and forth in their position. Let's take a look at the sanitarium. Who has my most severe problems? I mean, White Mage is pretty messed up right now. White Mage cannot pray. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and upgrade.
However desperate, is never without worth.
Pelinal can also only pray. So I've got two characters who can only pray, and I cannot pray. Great. Quill, why don't you get treatment for the worries? Because you're the main character. Pelinal... Oh my god, that is so expensive. White Mage... Let's get rid of your God-fearing. As far as other stress relief, other gym needs some stress release. Simon needs some stress relief. In the tavern, SCP-049 could also use a bit more stress relief. That doesn't leave me in a particularly great position for my next outing. What does this guy do? The Abomination. He's better scrounging there. He's better against the undead. Oh god, this guy's actually starting with all of his skills unlocked. He's also enlightened and bloodthirsty. Okay. This guy's kind of interesting. Who wants to be a disgusting abomination? Come on, chat. Who wants to be a disgusting abomination? Guy's got some interesting skills. He does stress out other people, though. Very interesting character. Actually, it's already been a couple hours. Yeah, I think this is where I'm gonna call it for the night. I've been here a couple hours. It's been going okay. I will definitely stream this again. Probably next week sometime. But yeah, I think I want to go to bed. Which is code for I think I want to go play Fantasy Life some more. So, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Tomorrow morning, I'll be doing Metroid Prime 3 Corruption again. Sunday morning, as usual, Ugh. Ugh. RPG Maker, the community project, continuing to work on that. And I think that's all worth mentioning for right now. So it is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.